Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. There's been significant new development in the Ukraine sneak attack into Russian territory. So let's get right onto it.
In year 3 of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Kyiv has, over the last week, flipped the script on Moscow.
Today, Ukraine said it had blasted its way deeper into the Kursk region of Russia, where it has captured dozens of towns and settlements and taken Russians prisoner. And the governor of the neighboring Belgorod region declared a state of emergency.
So Ukraine launched their Russian incursion back on August 6th with a mechanized brigade of 11 battle tanks and 20 infantry fighting vehicles, along with 1,000 soldiers. When I last reported it, about 290 soldiers are already KIA or wounded.
For nearly 2.5 years, Ukraine has struggled on defense. Today, it's on offense. The incursion has reached about 18 miles into Russia, what Ukraine says is about 390 square miles. Ukrainian soldiers show off their operation with video, selfies, playing, and driving heavy metal.
New York Times said on Thursday, NATO's top military commander, General Christopher Cavoli, the incursion had succeeded so far. Suffice it to say that it appears to be going quite well, he said during a talk at a foreign relations in New York. They found an area of weakness in the Russians' position and they exploited it quickly and have exploited it very skillfully. Putin must be so pissed off right now that Ukrainian forces are in Russian territory and they're advancing deeper. They got caught with their pants down, basically. Putin has been on an offensive last few years and it's nice to see Ukraine punching back. But why are they doing this now? They attacked that area because it was thinly defended. There's also an air base to the northeast that could possibly limit Russian air power if Ukraine actually captures it.
Ukraine is advancing at an incredibly fast pace with the objective of surrounding, taking over, or destroying this airbase. By doing so, they aim to cut through the Russian defensive line, significantly disrupting the enemy's aerial capabilities. Successfully neutralizing this airbase would not only cripple a vital element of Russia's air power, but also alleviate pressure on other key areas, particularly Pokrovsk. As one of the most strategically important regions, reducing the threat from Lipetsk would allow Ukrainian forces to concentrate more effectively on defending and potentially reclaiming this area.
One of their objectives might be to draw Russian forces away from Donetsk, a region in the south where Russia has been concentrating a lot of their troops, which relieves pressure on Ukrainian troops defending that area. Ukrainian officials have told senior American civilian and military leaders that the goal of the operation is to create an operational dilemma for the Russians, to force Moscow to divert troops off of the front lines in the Donetsk region, that the Russians have made slow but steady progress for weeks. So Russia has been capturing parts and pieces of that region. Ukraine sounds like they won't be able to hold that region for much longer. So as a diversion, they're attacking up north to relieve pressure on the Ukrainian forces defending Donetsk.
So what are the Russian military reserves who are there trying to do? Presumably stop the Ukrainians, but Putin will have to evict these Ukrainians. How difficult will that be?
Well, first, it's still not clear what the goal of the Ukrainian military operation is. I think they hope that the Russian military will divert a lot of their forces from their current offensives in Ukraine in order to try to counter this incursion. So far, the Russian military has pulled some forces from the front line in Ukraine. Unfortunately, it's not the areas where they were conducting offensives. Those are still ongoing.
You know, another possible theory going around is that Putin was getting ready for peace talks. He'll start negotiating the territory grab that he's made progress on into Ukraine. So with Ukraine punching through the Russian lines, this could mean that if such talks were to happen, they actually have Russian territory to bargain with. Well, thanks for joining me on this update, guys. I'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to subscribe.